Okay, another paddle out at Army Bay here with Shane and Sam. Similar to the first run yesterday, actually it looks about 14 or 15 knots, but onshore, so at least 60 kilometers of fish, and then beyond that, unlimited. I sized down the board. I got the 710 North, 75 high mod mast, 1180 Spitfire, advanced plus fully short. Got Dylan's cut down 45 skinny to 265 with a 0.5 degree negative shim. For all you access guys who know the dimensions. The fuse is, what is it, 56 centimeters. Did two really good runs yesterday. The third run I went out at the sunset and I could not even get going. It was so crazy. I put the 1100 Spitfire on the big board, and for whatever reason I think it was too far forward. I just could not get the board off the water, so I paddled back home with my proverbial tail between my legs. But looking to try and have a bit more success with the 1180 Spitfire. Dark, getting dark. I can't believe Sam got there before I got there. Anyway, be good everyone. Woo! Some separation between the lads. I'll probably go now. I don't mind getting close to shore now on this one. Yeah, wetsuit yesterday held up amazing, so 3.2. I'm used to wearing a 5.4, and the 5.4 gets so waterlogged, it gets so heavy, so the 3.2 is a huge upgrade for me. Zhik, pretty sweet, definitely recommend it. Where did I get it? NZ Sailing, Silverdale. Woo! Sorted me out. What else? The PPC paddle, medium blade, carbon adjustable. Pretty much the only paddle I use. Excellent. Let's see if I can get going. Feeling a bit gun shy with the Spitfire after last night, but we'll see how we go. Start. Short mast, big foil, hoping to get a bit surfy today. Dylan's cut down rear foil. Maybe if I stop talking about it, you won't want it back. Limited glide, 1180, so I'm going to make that work. Going to come up with a few different techniques, like good bottom end. You can ride slow, probably use the stall technique actually. Just really try and utilize that bottom end. Just put the Spitfire on today to try it out. I should really be on the ARTs. Faster moving swell. Been building for a while. If I ride really high, might be alright. beautiful roll. I can feel my back leg burning a touch already, which just means that my stance is incorrect. So I'm bringing my front foot back, take some of the load. Woo. As I go, I should get into a bigger swell, hopefully. I'll also be getting refraction though. Quite close to the land. But I don't need to be going full speed the whole time, so I will try work on the stalling a touch. But currently I'm just trying to beat the conditions and get wide. The only way I can get the foil moving quick is by riding it high. And I know it doesn't look high on video, but I can't go much higher, otherwise I'll just be breaching the whole time the wingtips. I've got a very short mast on. Go left just for something different. Stall up high, then let something ramp out, and then just try to take the drop. It's pretty fun. Like you're building little down pipes everywhere. It's like you can see the ocean wanting to create something playful for you, and then you just go with it. Let it create the map. And then you work with it. What has it given you? Okay, how do we utilize that? Great, move on. Move on to the next bit. What's that doing? Chances are it's creating something awesome for you. It's the stall. Just waiting back. Myself some time to figure out what's happening. Now if I let it build, I've got a big downhill here. It's probably going to outrun me, so I'm going to get mast height. There we are. Don't want to overrun it, so I'll use my speed to get me to the direction I want to go. Back leg still taking a lot of my weight, so I'll move my front foot back. Instead of powering on, I'm stalling a bit here, waiting again. Wait for some good land seascape. Have a look around. If I can get out into some bigger bump, or not even bigger bump, but get into a position where I don't have to cut as much, I'll start surfing. Bump up here. If I come in on the angle to get to it, if we can run the speed into it, just woo, right high. I'm not going to make that one, I'm going to cut off. Wait for the next one here to build. It's right in front of me now. So if I stall back, sit back, give it some time to build, and hopefully it'll produce a down ramp, and I'll run down through all the different swells. Just creating my own swell, like mega swell. You know, you can line up a whole lot of little swells. You don't have to follow these smallest chops all the time. You create artificial height through mast height. You can use that as a part of your downhill, so you got stored energy in your mast. Just a gravitational energy. It's not as complex as it sounds, it's just you're high above the water, so you can create your own downhill by getting lower on the mast. Of course, you don't want to touch down. Do a turn. Woo. Want more of that. Got to make sure we're going to hit our target. And it looks like I can, so I'll start surfing a bit. Surf and finish high on a bump, just like a wave. Anticipate what's going to sit up in front of you, and plan to finish up high, same as surfing. Never want to finish your turn at the bottom of the wave. This is when the Spitfires are sick. They just turn so well. Keep the bottom end. Speed here. Woo. Roll my front foot back again just to take some of my weight. Big wave. I hear it breaking. Won't beat this. Take the big drop. Not normally worth it. Missed it. Can't get too greedy, I still got to keep cutting. Big one here. We can do a turn. Drop down it. Woo! Up the bank. Carve back around. I want to air out on carving to the right because I need to get out past the reef. The reef here, I've got to side skirt it. Ocean's getting a bit messy. Doesn't necessarily mean it's worse. Just got to make it work. All the same power should be there. And refraction's probably adding to the power. Do turns, but instead of just turning for the sake of turning, turn through some energy points. Let nature set your turn path. It's got a better idea than you do. Draw some pretty lines if you follow the waves. So if you're ever doing turns and you're a bit lost, you're like, I don't know what sort of turn to do. Well, look at the environment. And follow it. How far out the reef, Zhik? Let's go have a look. Just beautiful. Nothing weird about those rocks, you know, you can build a human structure and it can look bad. Nature never seems to look bad, so enjoy it. needlessly close to it just for a look. Now the bay opens up here, so the water should get a bit cleaner. It's a bit more closed off, so I think the water will be shallower, so the waves do seem to slow down and pick up. It's good when you're on a slower foil. Can't see the lads. They're on pretty small gear today. I nearly put the 1100 on actually, and I was humming and hawing, and it took me a while to realise that that was my decision again. Stuck to my rule. If you're unsure, well then you don't know, and if you don't know, size up. So I've done that today, and it's great. I'll be struggling on the 1100, I think. Hard to know. Okay, no man's land, gonna pump out. Get something past me. The best angle to capture those turns. That was more of a little sprint. Fast and slow, got lots of range. Step up, roll off for the next one. I use my hands a lot for balance. It's a bit hard off the camera, but I'm working on it. I'm constantly improving. For a long time I just held the camera, it's just too hard to do everything, but now I'm starting to free up my surfing again. Finish up high. Think about all the little bits, you know. Not just surfing and turning, we're also linking. You've got to make your foil efficient. You know, your foil is your craft. Are you riding it stalled? Are you riding it using the foil's lift, your lift, wave energy? Are you pumping? What's happening? You gotta learn all these things, and the more time you spend with it, the more the different things become clear of what's actually happening. And then once you understand it, you can start using it. And until you understand all that stuff, some of it looks, I don't know how it looks anymore. Either it looks impossible or it looks easy. Everyone has their own opinion. Main thing is mast height, efficient foil angle, you don't want to dive it down, momentum. If you've got a fast foil, you have to keep going fast. If you have a slow foil, you can do whatever you want. You can try overrun the bumps, you might have to pump. It's better doing that and then finishing with low ends and pumping, trying to maintain a high end. For me, at least. And I'd say for people learning. So, penguin. Oop. I lost it. Gonna be a tough run for Shane, especially this inside. Pretty crossed up. Not a whole lot of energy. We took my van to the starting point, so we left Sam and Shane's cars at the exit point. So for me that's perfect because I get to see the conditions and choose what foil. Pretty sure Shane just brought his small foil. Just committing to it. Arms getting pumped from holding the camera. Oh, camera gets a bit heavy out on the end of the mast, extended mast. Nothing here for me. Cut. Regain some momentum, some speed. You want speed because you don't want to be digging out of holes. The more speed you have, the less digging you have to do. At a bad spot. And generate your speed down the line rather than in front chasing a bump. If I had my 5.4 wetsuit on right now, I'd be sweating my backside off, which is maybe good, but it costs you money in hydration. Whereas I'm already still feeling a touch warm in this 3.2, so not a touch warm, perfect, but on the side of warm rather than cold, which is nice. Having the quieter rear foil than my 35. I need to work on that. I need to give it a sand. We just cut it, didn't really tune it. Most of the speed to make that drop in front. If that's the case, you know, you just add in a pump or two. feel like I just learned something there. Quite often if I see a big one coming and it feels like a bit late, I just roll off. But that one, even though it didn't look like much of a push, much of a face on it, it had height. And so I actually just went up it and got to the high point, even though it wasn't a drop-in wave. That high point allowed me just to see the full scape around me. And then I had all this gravitational energy, like I was 3 meters above the rest of the terrain, so I could go wherever I wanted, just using my mast height. Normally, like this one, I just roll off. But if I use it, get up high, and then I get a choice. That's going to be a big gain for me today. So you always learn something. Even if you learn that you don't always learn something. Anyway, what a ride! Pretty cruisy. It'll be interesting to get the other guys' report. I can't see them. I can see Sam. I assume that's Sam. It's not too far away, so at worst, it's just one of us having a hard time. Anyway, be good. Think about all those little lessons. Message me about them. Ask me questions about them. That helps me to think them through. I just got a comment. I read a comment this morning saying thank you for my videos, and that he thought my videos were the best downwinding footage on the internet. Do you agree? Let me know. Be good, everyone.